having the right relationships in life can either make your life, joyful and having fun and all great, or it actually could take you all the way down and make your life miserable. So choosing those right relationships could literally define your life. You need to be really careful who you bring into your ship, because what's basically relationship? Relate to your ship. So you want to relate to your ship, to your life, in a way that is caring, in a way that you're, moving forward, thriving. And the way to do that is first, of course, also creating an amazing relationship with yourself, but also to understand that the relationships around it can have a huge impact the way your ship goes, the way your life, turns this way or that way. It's really important. In life, you go through so many different social, I'll say, surroundings, social groups, that in those groups, probably you won't connect to everyone, and that's all good, It's totally perfect. But in order to be in that state of social well-being, first with yourself and second with the people around you, when you go to those groups, always try to find, know those people that you have some type of connection to, because having the wrong connections, first, it will happen to you sometimes. Second, you could move forward, but you really want to create the right ones. Not creating the right ones could bring huge destruction to your life. Creating the right ones can help you thrive and, grow in life. A lot of times when you go through these different social groups, you'll realize that the people that you thought are a good connection for you are not. And the way you learn and create that good connection is actually through trial and error. You try this type of relationship, you try that. Now, I'm not saying every time to move from one relationship to another. No, not at all. Try always, to stick with one, make it work. But the understanding that the relationships are so important that they will define your life will bring you to a total different perspective now next time when you start a relationship with someone else. Now, I'm not talking specifically about boy and girlfriend. Like, every type of relationship could be business, could be in your family, could be creating, maybe a company, and a lot of relationships over there. There are a lot of different types of relationships. I'll give you an example from work. I have a friend that started a business. And always the beginning, it's nice, everyone's smiling, everything is fun, and all are joyful. And then with time, like all the businesses, challenge came, and all good. Your job as a business owner is to find the solutions to the challenge that come. It's not if they come, it's not when they come. It's not if they come, it's when they come. But this is not we're not talking here now about business. But the point was that he saw that, with time, their values are not the same. And at the beginning, he was like, okay, fine, our values are maybe not the same, but we started the business, it went fine. We have some challenges now, and we'll work through it. We'll be fine. Don't worry. And then some more challenges came, and more challenges. And with time, he realized that him and his partner are in total different values. And from a place of comfort, from a place that they're there for each other, they started having head-to-head and conversations, and they started also having a lot of disagreements. Now, it's not a problem to have a disagreement, but it wasn't in a pleasant way. They started to fight a lot, and that fighting didn't get them anywhere. The crazy part is at the end they decided they need to close the business, and his worst enemy was his partner. Why enemy? Because that person tried to make his life miserable. So when you go into any new relationship, it's really important to understand that not choosing the right relationship can really make your life miserable. So if it's something that is core in your life, a really core area, make sure that you choose the right relationship. And you can see also the opposite. I have a friend that went into business, into real estate, and he chose a partner. And of course, like I said, every business, everyone have challenges. And with time, they worked together, actually made their business thrive a lot more. They were there for each other. They gave their shoulder to each other when times were hard, and they also enjoyed and had fun together when times were more, I'll say, joyful. and both times they always made sure to have fun. But the point is that when they were there for each other, they basically, each one was a half, and they created a whole that became much, much, much stronger and moved up together. So again, choosing that right relationship is not only for business, it's for many different fields in life. The same thing is also, by the way, when you go and work for someone else. You know, it might be a really good paycheck, but you don't really connect to the person. Now, I'm not saying if you go and work for someone else, you need to be in love with the person. Loving is always great, but you do need to have some type of core values that are connected. You do need to have some type of connection. Otherwise, you'll be there and you'll leave. I have a friend that started a job lately. You know, it was a great pay, everything was nice, but he didn't connect to the people. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad people, not at all. He just didn't connect to them. So creating that connection is really important. Now, you won't always have it, and sometimes you can create it. That means if you didn't connect now, you could get to know the person a little bit more and then connect, because you're already there. So if you started that job, I'm not saying now go and leave the job. Try to create the connection from a different place. Try to be a little bit open-minded and create that connection. Now, for sure, when we're talking about a relationship with your boyfriend or with your girlfriend, over there you need to create a much stronger relationship. Look at many great people, they had a strong relationship in their life. When you now create that type of relationship, again, you have to come open-minded. Things that make you now all excited might not make you later. So you're not, a prophet. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, but you do need to see that you're able to create a strong conversation, a strong relationship, a strong connection with that person, because hopefully you're going to be together for the rest of your life. Now, you need to be careful. Unfortunately, a lot of people will try taking advantage of you. Well, maybe not a lot, but some for sure. I had that experience a few times, because when you're trying to be open to the other person, they might see that as a place that they could come in and create some damage. That's not a reason to stop, not at all. Keep on trying until you actually succeed to create that right relationship in each field of life. And when one time it doesn't work, all good. Learn what didn't work and then take it forward for next time, how to make the next relationship stronger. Now, we're going to talk about a few ways that can help you to make relationships strong. I'm sure some of you have in life people that are kind of in your life and you don't really have a way to get beside them, or I'll say you don't have a way to not be with connection with them. And it might be family, it might be some people in work you love, but some people you don't. So for all of you that have people in life that you just have to see day by day, again, it could be family, it could be your neighbor, first accept that. When you accept that, that's step number one, because when you're still not accepting it and you're trying to deny it, it will only get worse. After you accept that, okay, so perfect. Maybe you have to see these people, but you don't have to be in that close contact with them. Or if you realize that certain things trigger the unpleasantness between you two, so don't talk about them, and have an open conversation with them and tell them, listen, I prefer not to talk about A, B, C. And better, maybe you could find different things that actually you do have in common. If there are people that you must have in your life, or try reducing the connection with them, or try to have an open conversation with them, talk to them about it and see how you can figure it out. Maybe you don't want to talk about these subjects anymore. And I think even better, find a place that you could find a certain connection with them, that you will feel good with them. And if you still can't, like I said, reduce the connection time with them. But most important, accept the fact that they're in your life. So for you to create a great relationship, there are a lot of different tools. But I'll say number one, have those core values in common. Maybe not all, but at least some. Because as people, we change in life. Welcome, that's life. So the core values will stay the same. But now every time we'll have a different costume in life, because we do change. But the core will usually stay the same. So you want usually someone that has similar core values. Could be amazing. Number two, someone you could learn from, and someone that they can learn from you. I always like listening. I could always learn a lot that way. But you also want to, contribute, and that people could also learn from you. And when you're with those people, be interested, be curious about the people that are with you. In order to create that good connection, listen, not in order to answer. Sometimes I listen and have this answer, coming back into my mind. And sometimes it's better just to listen, have active listening. Listen, be curious, really want for the best with having the answer aside. Now it's time to listen. After you found those core values, you're listening, you're curious, okay? And you're learning from the person. After that, if you have some hobbies in common, that would be amazing, having common hobbies. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to do the same things in life, but having some common hobbies, that could be great. In addition to that, having the same red lines. There are lines that you won't cross, and you do not want the person that with them you're creating the relationship to cross those lines. Usually if you don't have the same red lines, you a lot of times also won't have the same core values. Now, in each type of relationship, you might want to take it, a few steps forward if it's a personal relationship that you're trying to create with your partner, or if it's right now in business, maybe the main thing over there is the curiosity, the honesty, of course. In each type of relationship, you'll take different tools to strengthen that relationship, but those tools can really help you in each one of your relationships. Now, like I said, in this relationship, bring more of the hobby part, or the core values, or the honesty, or the learning. In each place, you'll decide what tools you want to use more and what less. But all of those tools can really help you to create a relationship. So what I want you to do right now, realize what relationships you want to create in life, in what areas. Make them strong. Surround yourself with the right people that you'll be in a social well-being. And doing that is work that is for sure worth it. And it's something that you'll for sure enjoy, not only now in life, at this moment, but the rest of your life. Because again, the way you relate to yourself and to the people you bring inside, that's how your ship will go. So make sure you bring those right people into your life. And before you go look outside, look inside. First, to the relationship with yourself. Second, to the people that are already in your life, and see, maybe there's a relationship that is great and you could even strengthen it. Maybe a relationship is not going well, and before you give up on it, maybe there are still things you could do to save it. And sometimes maybe there are relationships you need to move from your life, and that's totally fine. But what you want to do right now is to bring the right people closer to you and let go of the people that you're not able to create with them a good relationship. Again, out of respect, but they shouldn't be at least in your close circle. They could be in a different circle. So I wish you the best with creating those right relationships. They will really have huge impact on the way your life will look right now and also in the future. I hope you enjoyed the video and got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. If you haven't yet, please smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, the most amazing things in life are the ones you take for granted.